Nicky Coates, of course, but that got lowered yesterday, so do you know what, I might not put
a green flag at the back of the grid. And it's eyes to the lights.
Down the red rise, red lights are on. Out they go.
Oh, great start by Joe White, but he's left his front wheel. Adam Jameson's got away quite well. And look at Charlie Hunt into second place.
Certainly is. Look at Charlie Huntingford out in front as well. He made a great
race start, yeah.
Okay, so Joe's into third. It's Adam in third.
Great dance in fourth position on that silver and green number 19 RS660 Super Twin as they go down through the right-hander of Hollywood onto Craner curves there. Charlie Huntingford is out in front. Joe White made a good start there. He knows exactly what he needs to do. If him and Adam Jameson are inside the top three, no matter where they finish, Joe's in front of Adam Jameson, it's his. So
yeah, absolutely.
That's the game plan.
What we got, it's going to be over 2 races unless anything happens to either one of them on this race, isn't it?
Certainly is, yeah. Adam Jameson, he'll be trying to find his way through.
He came round the outside at Craner curve, so it's be interesting where he's going to be ending up coming down for the first lap.
It looks like him there in 6th position overall, and it is Charlie Huntingford who's credited with the race lead as go in towards the second sector. So Roundcop is down the back straight then for the first time of 10. I can see that Justin White is down there, as is Vanessa White as well. So Joe's moving down there with the pit board.
No nails.
Give him a quick wave there. Yeah, absolutely no nails at all.
Fred Robert chicane here, and Craig Dance is there in second position, Cam Harris, but it is Joe White ahead of Adam Jameson.
Oh, this could be a critical thing, of course. They're only separated by 7 points, coming into exactly the same gap as we saw yesterday to the advantage of Adam. But at the moment, it's looking good as far as the White family go, but of course they are battling in third and fourth. So there's only a 3-point gap. So if it stays this way in the next race, it finishes like this, then stays the next way, it'll be a single-point victory to Adam Jameson. Where have we heard that sentence before?
Yeah. 2022. We got,
oh boy, that would be remarkable.
Is it? Where is he over
7th class?
And Terry Smith in 10th. So there's a nice little battle going on for the, I think it may be 5th place, 6th place.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's all important. Everybody's got their own battle to fight, of course, haven't they? So Young Dance is the quickest one in Sector 1 there, and of course Craig is the lap record holder now in the Twins as of yesterday. Cam Harris there putting the fight for him. And it's Ollie Morgan Edwards in third. Ben Brown leads Del Downs once again over the line. And that, of course, was the order it finished in yesterday, but looks like Brown is chipping away at that lead, but not quite enough. Go on, mate.
Matt, what's your take on this one then? Of course, yesterday we saw that it was Adam Jameson out in front of Joe White, just trying to maybe overtake every time around, but this time Joe White is in front of Adam Jameson. So would Adam just sit there and just kind of work out where he's stronger and strike when there's no retaliation?
Well, I spoke to Joe yesterday, and you know, the trouble is that, as he gets towards the mid part of the race, he needs to be in a position where if a red flag comes out, that's the other issue you got. You know, it's not as easy as following someone and pouncing on the last lap. That's a great strategy until the red flag comes out, you know, and you've done 2/3 distance. So, you know, Joe's just got to get his head down and try and gap him. But Adam's too good. He's too wily, and it's just going to be a good battle, isn't it, between them?
Well, you hope so. 0.284 is the gap coming across the line there, and White, of course, has got thanks, mate. White, of course, has got Harris to be as a bit of a bellwether there to tow him along as well, because Harris on the slightly quicker twin by the look of it. That's Cam Harris's race down at British level as well, supported by his dad Lefter there in the garage. And guess what? Their customers are Sportsbike Shop in Harlow. They too get a free cup of coffee, as you will if you pop down sometime. And of course you get a nice discount being a Bemsee member. As we watch Ollie Morgan Edwards actually set the fastest first sector time on his particular twin there. And he, of course, is chasing after Adam Jameson. He was only 3/10 of a second behind. And obviously they're all in the race together, as look at that gap between Jameson and White, and that was Morgan Edwards going past the pair of them then. So they both lose a place there, but of course they stay where they are in the overall terms, as it's a 14.5 there for Ollie Morgan Edwards. So he's now going to be probably dragging them a bit closer to Harris, but they really don't care about that. The only battle those two care about is the one between themselves. Looks like Brown and Dowds are starting to separate a little bit because there's a 1.5 difference there. So Ben Brown definitely the quicker than Del Dowds, but unfortunately when you're arguing over 4th and 5th, there's only a couple of points in it, and Brown can just he nearly needs to be at the very sharp end with Dance's pace he's got is too much.
Quite a gap on Adam. He seems to be stronger today through Craners into the old hairpin. Where Adam had the advantage yesterday, and I know that I spoke with Justin. I don't know if he's changed the brakes on the front of the bike. He was talking about the pads. He's running the SBS DCs, and I'm a massive fan of the Sinters. The DCs are great until they get to a certain point and they start losing their bite, the ability. So I think he's gone to Sinters today.
All these little bits of difference makes a little bit of difference, particularly with a longer race, of course. If your pads start going off just that little bit, you lose that little bit of confidence, don't you, Matt?
Yeah, you do. I just think Adam's sandbagging.
No, let's have a look. Well, those guys are both in the 15s, and let's see. Emerson. Yeah, you see, he's a couple of tenths behind, as he has been pretty much most of the race. So you do want to keep his powder dry till maybe 6 or 7 laps into the race, as you say. The worry about a red flag is you never know when a red flag is going to happen or what's going to cause it either. It's one of those things that can just happen. Go on.
In the lap times as well, of course. Yesterday we did see that both Adam Jameson and Joe White were in the mid to high 14s yesterday, and so far they're in the low 15s at the moment.
Yeah, it's cold out there, isn't it?
That's very
no, I don't think it's the track. I think it's them. I seriously do. I'll tell you that. I'm basing that on what Hardy just. So we'll wait and see. And if you look at Ollie Morgan Edwards, 14. So maybe it's just. Because Craig Dance is actually quite a way back, second or so away from his best laps yesterday, and he's got a little bit of a chase to do on Huntingford there. So yeah, maybe the times aren't quite there in the track. Well, we'll wait and see as we come towards the halfway point as they break into the Robert chicane once again. Here comes the leaders, here comes that chasing pack. And I think he's playing a waiting game. I really do.
I do.
And in fairness, Adam's a sharp cookie. Adam knows how to win championships, and he might even be happy just to follow him all the way. He's going to get him at some point. He's going to pounce. He's trying to push him into a mistake. I think I guess that. If Joe's had a look over his shoulder, he'll see the yellow bike very close indeed behind him, and
it's going to be interesting
difficult.
what he's going to do it though, because like I say, Joe looks so much stronger down through Craners into the old hairpin, and yesterday that's where Adam was getting it every single time. So it really is going to be a game to wait to see what's going to happen for the last 2 laps, because judging by what's going on coming out of the chicane, Adam's definitely stronger and stronger into Redgate. So.
Well, that obviously gives you a bit of a chance to fight back, though. You overtake somebody at Redgate, you're leaving yourself very vulnerable for the rest of the track, aren't you?
Yeah.
The red mist will descend very rapidly indeed. There's quite a few corners. It's a good track for overtaking here at Donington. We talk about tracks being difficult to overtake. I think there's quite a few opportunities here because the big sweeping corners lend themselves to a variety of lines as well. And so, I know I'm preaching the converted as far as you're concerned, Matt, because you are...
dance up onto the bit of kicking up a bit of dust there.
That's using the berm a little bit too much, isn't it?
Now, is that Joe's best lap on, but it is
1:14.8.
Yeah, see, he's done a 14.8 there, but look, Adam is 3/10 of a second behind. And let's have a look and see how much closer he goes, because they both actually go green that time. So I think Adam is able to respond very quickly indeed. So we'll wait and see. I'm forgetting about the leader, to be fair to Charlie Huntingford. He is on a Thunderbike sport machine. He is leading the way by 0.8 of a second from Craig Dance and Ollie Morgan Edwards. Ollie is the fastest guy on the track there. Cam Harris holds on to 3rd. And just for the information of friends here, yes, that is Harris, as in the Flames Harris as well. Cam Harris, his dad Lester is bounced there. So there we go. Over the line, they go out the back there about now at Coppers. No, yeah, that is them tripping the time. And look, there we go. Green's coming in now for Huntingford, Dance, White, Jameson. So everybody's going that a little bit quicker, aren't they, mate?
Jameson was 0.2 of a second quicker in that first split.
Because he had to close the gap, because the gap was 0.3 of a second over the line. He wants to get back to that nice sort of 10th of a second, which is 2 or 3 bike lengths.
Joe just about holds on to
like your headphones. Here we go then, over the line once again. There goes Cam. Yeah, there you go.
Is that a back mark?
A quarter of a second. Now the ruby back markers. It's getting a little bit darker out there as well.
Cam Harris was only 0.6 of a second up the road from Joe White, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Harris, if Joe can put Cam Harris between himself and Adam Jameson, that's just another...
Absolutely.
Yeah, not a lot between them to choose.
And what's happening with Sean Wallace? Where's Sean in comparison to Logan Stone?
Just coming across the line now for Sean Wallace, and bike number 48, he is 8th in class, and Logan Stone is 6th in class.
And Lee Smith is closing him down. Lee's having a really good weekend, so that's quite interesting. I've never seen him up with Sean Wallace before, so they will be learning a bit from him.
Yeah, you'd hope so. Sure, one of the experienced guys who was doing well in the championship earlier in the year. Of course, I think he might have led after the first round of Brown Tatch. Well, the number 19 machine continues to lead the way. That's
I think Sean won all the races at Rd8, did he not?
In fact, I just realised Craig has just gone yellow there. Is that him claiming the overall lead in the race? I think he might well be.
Certainly looks that way.
Here we go.
Finding his way through on Craig now.
Nuggers,
Unfortunately, Charlie Huntingford's right there and just flies by the
there goes the championship battle with 2 laps to go, and again they're separated by a quarter of a second or so. Adam Jameson is, I think he's able to match him very easily. I don't know if he's got enough in the reserve though.
Looking down at the pitboard for Joe White, and you can see P2 and it says push.
Yeah, well I think he's probably aware of that, and I don't think he's getting the gaps at all. I don't know if he's looking over his shoulder, but it's certainly very close stuff.
I think last lap is going to be back markers. Judging by what's going on out there at the moment, I think that this lap they're going to close them down, and it's going to be last lap is going to be back markers. I think it's really going to come into play here.
Well, we'll wait and see. The back markers have, of course, played a part in a couple of races so far. The just 10 laps around Donington.
Joe's going to get there first. He goes up the inside of one of the tail enders there. Adam Jameson will get on the exit. Yeah, look at that.
And he's got to be Scottish as well. This is the race, well, not the race winning move, but certainly the points winning move, I think, is the way to describe it.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
And then manage to come around Poppy's onto the back straight. What will be the penultimate time? Then we do still have one more to go after this one.
Huntingford's claimed the lead from Dance there. So obviously we're losing track of the absolute lead of this race because we're more interested in the championship battle, which is heading towards us once again.
It's a leading trio now. Oliver Morgan Edwards is there in contention.
That's quite a big gap between them now. Is he going to lose the toe, or is he going to be able to close him down? That's going to be interesting. Yellow flag down at Redgate.
Oh no, somebody's got into the scenery down there, have they?
That was a 1:16 for Adam Jameson on that lap.
Oh no, that's going to be a critical thing. So 1:16 and 15 and a half for his main championship rival. The gap is out to 0.8 of a second with 1 lap to go. So I think Adam's going to have too much of a battle. As you say, there's a couple of back markers as well to be contended with. So that's going to cost him another few tenths of a second. Wouldn't be surprised if Jameson came a little bit closer towards the end here, but it's going to be desperately close stuff. So Charlie Huntingford leads the Craig Dance in second. Ollie Morgan Edwards in third. We've been forgetting about the battle in the twins there. It is still Ben Brown. And look who's in between Ben and Del Dowds. It's Alicia Layton's biking away there.
Happy days.
Happy days for Ben Brown, that's for sure, because obviously Del Dowds has the advantage in the points at the moment. But that gap is getting closer.
So they're coming down the back straight now in towards the rubber chicane there, and as they came across the line last time around, it was a 0.4 of a second advantage to Charlie Huntingford, and it's going to be the same this time around. So Huntingford will take the victory.
And it's Joe White. Yeah, Joe White's in front of Adam Jameson. Where's Adam?
No, there he is. He's coming. Don't worry. He's trundling across the line. Slightly disappointed, I think, to end up where he does, which is around about a couple of seconds. I think he rolled out of it on the last lap there. So there you go. It's, the back marker shuffle works out nicely for Joe White there. So let's get the old pen out and quickly work out the points there, guys, before we lose track of it.
I think it's 3 points.
I think it's 3 points.
So it's +3 to Adam, yeah?
Yeah. So more importantly, if the exact same was happening in the race later on, Joe gets it by 1 point.
And we're going to have the rain.
Yeah, well, okay, that could well, hopefully we won't have the rain, but I think we all know this due to be coming along here. Yeah, you're right.
Great result for Lee Smith. He's got in front of Sean Wallace. Now that's a good result for his last race for Lee as well. And